right, so we are on. I'm just catching you here, surprising you a little bit. This is Chloe. Chloe is our weather kid for today. Chloe, how are you doing?
Good.
Good. So you and I have been talking a little bit before, kind of like your likes, your dislikes, you know, what your life goals are. Okay, we haven't covered that quite yet, but how are you doing today?
Good.
So are you excited? Are you nervous? How are you feeling?
I'd say a mix of both.
Mix of both. Okay. You should totally not be nervous. If they let me do this on television, you're good. No nerves at all. So one thing we actually didn't talk about, because I do want to get to the things we did talk about, but you came down. Where are you from? Where do you go to school?
I go to school at Century Elementary in Grand Forks, North
Okay.
Dakota.
Okay. Cool. So when you entered the weather kid thing, tell me about. Are you like a weather fan?
Well, I don't really watch the weather, but some of my close friends do, and when I go over to like have sleepovers or playdates, I sometimes watch it with them, and I thought it would be cool to maybe get a chance to do it.
Yeah, yeah. So when you grow up, so you're thinking like, okay, you're going to get a chance to do this. What are some things that you are interested in that you think as you get older you might want to do?
Well, this is probably one of them.
Nice.
And I honestly don't know.
That's okay. I mean, how old are you?
10.
Yeah, I don't think you're required to know what you're going to do till you're 12. So, no. Well, what are some, I kind of, we talked about some of the things you told me that you were interested in. And one I found pretty fascinating. Well, all of it I found fascinating, but you mentioned, what's your activity that you like to do?
I do dance.
You do dance. What kind of dance do you do?
I do ballet, tap, and jazz.
Which of those three do you have a favorite?
I'd probably say more jazz than anything.
More jazz than anything? Do you want to get up and do any dancing right now?
No.
I figured you would say that. Fine. I won't dance either then, because I was getting ready just to like break dance. No, I'm kidding. But you mentioned ballet, and you said that this fall, what is it you're going to be doing? Which ballet are you going to be doing coming up?
The Nutcracker.
Nutcracker. That is so exciting. In which ballet group are you with?
North Dakota Ballet Company.
And I told you that back when I lived in Missoula, Montana for a long time, for about 12 years, I was in the Nutcracker too. However, I do not do ballet. Stunningly. No, I'm just kidding. I was in the party scene, and I had so much fun. I always thought that was just the coolest thing. I just love Nutcracker, so I think that's really awesome that you're doing that. And how long have you been dancing?
At least 3-4 years now.
Okay, okay. That's what, so you're probably pretty good at it.
Yeah.
Because you started when you were like 6 years old.
I'd say a little bit younger.
Oh, wow. Okay. Okay. So, yeah. Well, that's really awesome. You mentioned that you have a dog. What's your dog's name?
Schwartz.
Schwartz. And Schwartz is a...
Bulldog Pit Bull.
Okay. Kind of a mix there. How old is Schwartz?
He's 1 year old, 3 months.
Nice. So that's definitely a puppy phase. I'm assuming Schwartz likes to play a lot.
Well, yeah, it depends on his mood, but
Yeah.
he loves playing when he wants to.
That's awesome. I think dogs are amazing. I know I have one, and I just think they're great. But dogs are not necessarily, you like dogs. What's your favorite animal?
Owls.
Have you ever seen an owl out in nature, out in...
Well, I've seen them at zoo, but out in nature, no.
No, no. I know, I'm old. I have never seen, I like owls too a lot. By the way, that was just a standalone statement.
Okay.
I'm old. Let's go to the next thing. No, I was going to say, I have never seen, as long as I've been alive, I've never actually seen an owl out in the nature, is what we're going to call it, I guess, as well. So kind of like you, and I always think, you hear them a lot. I mean, and whatever. And I'm like, I'm so disappointed because I like them. And I feel like everyone but me and now you have actually seen owls before. Where's your mom? Your mom's over there. Have you seen an owl? Yep. She's just like, yeah, I've seen an owl. Show off.
Zoos.
Right, okay, yeah. I'm trying to think, we talked, you and I have something that we are absolutely, definitely have in common. Do you remember what that was?
That both of our favorite foods was mac and cheese.
Exactly. We talked about the kinds we like. I'm more of a homemade guy. You're more of a craft gal.
Well, I'd say Velveeta.
Velveeta. Okay, Velveeta. There we go. We talked about the shells. You can just get all that cheese in there.
Yeah.
The last thing I want to do is, because we're going to actually do just a really quick forecast just for those people who might not watch it on TV. And by the way, Chloe and I will be on Valley News Live at 5 o'clock. She's going to be there helping me do the weather, so we'll get a chance to see her do her thing on the big screen. But we'll get to that in just 1 second. I do want to ask you, when we talk about weather, and I know for me, I kind of have my favorite seasons. Do you kind of have a favorite season or time of year when it comes to weather?
Well, it's hard because summer's too hot and winter's too cold, but the other two seasons I have really bad allergies, but I'd say fall is probably my favorite because of all the pretty leaves and it's not too hot and it's not too cold.
Yeah, actually fall is my favorite too. And I really love, especially the last 2 to 3 weeks, the colors have been so awesome, and that is my favorite. I love that too. I'm like you, fall is definitely my favorite. I do like most seasons, but there's something about at least early winter. It is cold, but I like snow. I grew up in Atlanta where we don't get a lot of snow, so for me it's like, even though I've lived in the north now for between Montana and North Dakota for like 22 years, there's something about the snow that I still get so excited about.
Snow is really pretty.
Like in December and early January. Then it gets old for like the next 3 months. I'm
it
like,
needs to snow on Christmas.
exactly. Or maybe just like Christmas Eve, you know, and then just go into Christmas.
But it needs to snow on Christmas.
But it
needs to be magical.
I see what you're saying. That does make sense. So yes. So for me, it's kind of like maybe Christmas Eve, and then it just goes into Christmas. So that's kind of where I'm at with that. But anyway, Chloe, you are awesome. I'm so excited to get on the news with you in a little while of work. I do want to say, and again, you got a lot of people watching you, right? You got, well, oh yeah, of course. You're going to have school friends watching. You're going to have teachers watching. Probably some people you don't even know in Grand Forks going to be like, they're watching this, they're so excited, they're like, we want to watch her on TV. No pressure. Family watching. Your mom is right here, so she'll be there. I have a feeling she's probably going to have the camera going, you know, maybe taking a few pictures, maybe doing video, yeah. So I'm excited for that. What we're going to do now, though, just in case, again, if you can't watch Valley News Live at 5 o'clock tonight, when you will see Chloe, but if you can't do that, what we're going to do is just give you a taste of the forecast, and we're going to do the school forecast. That makes the most sense. And you said, where do you go to school again?
Century Elementary.
Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to try to play with that. Always when I do this, it's like, okay, I'm trying to, so we're going to do this wall here. We're going to do max. So in just a second, the graphic will pop up behind us. There it is. And then what I'll do is I'll pop it up full screen, so now people at home are just looking at this and not looking at us. So tell me what the weather's going to be like when you're heading to school tomorrow.
When we're heading to school, the weather will be partly cloudy and the temperature will be 28.
And then what about heading home tomorrow?
Heading home will be sunny and it will be 49 degrees.
So all in all, a pretty good day. I think you and I, favorite season, fall.
Yeah.
I think like that is the perfect kind of fall day.
Definitely.
So yeah, no wind. It's really going to be great out there. So yeah, so that was just a taste. Obviously, you know, we want you to watch Chloe on camera do her thing. By the way, you're so much fun. You're like, I just met you and you're just one of my favorites. That's true. I know you feel the same, yeah. I'm joking. Anyway, yeah, so watch this. Courtney Lockie, she will be anchoring the show with us, so it'll be the three of us just kind of doing our thing there and learning more about you and doing the weather and all that good stuff. So Chloe, you are awesome. Tell everyone, say bye. Say see you at 5.
See you at 5.
You better see us at 5.